Hello everybody! Today we're going to be working with textures in our photo. We will add some dust effects coming from the candle, and some particles and highlights coming from the light at the back. It will produce a better atmosphere in our photo. I have several images of dust particles. I call them textures, and they are my photographs. Take a narrow, powerful light source. I have special studio lights. And photograph dust in a dark room on a black background. Tap a feather cushion, mattress, carpet, anything would do, and the dust will appear in the air. Let's drag this picture to a new layer and set the blending mode to screen. See that? We have our dust now. You can move it around, play with the size. I wouldn't scale these though, they look fine to me. Create a new curve and click on this square. It connects us to the texture. Then take this bottom left point and pull it slightly to the right. Check this out. The darkest texture pixels begin to disappear. I pull here a bit, fix a point in the shadows, and lower it. This is a contrast curve. Add a point to the midtones, raise it a little, and the highlights start to show more. No more than that. I think I'll reduce it slightly so that the brightest dust doesn't distract me. Alright, let's add a new curve to this layer. It shows up under the layer, and it's already attached to it. Go to the blue channel, lower the topmost point, and the highlights become yellow. I will color in yellow and the lightest pixels in this texture as well as the middle tones, because the light coming from the candle is orange, so they should be orange too. I go to the red channel and raise this point a bit here. Then go into the green channel and lower the middle tones right here. I got an orange glow on my particles. Next, I hold Command+T or Control+T on PC. It activates a free transfer mode. I take this dot in the middle and drag it to the candle. I can spin my dust a little bit, increase its size. Let's leave it like this. Next, I get a mask layer. Take the gradient tool, change the color here to black, and begin removing everything extra because the curve we used added a reddish tint to the particles that fell on the face. So I'll remove it from some areas. Let's add another texture. We'll do it the same way. Take the moving tool and drag it to our picture. I can even copy these two layers and apply them to our curve as I hold the Option key or Alt on PC. I'm pointing to the middle between the layers. Press the Option key or Alt on PC. An arrow appears. Click on it. And the layers attach. In this layer, set the blending mode to screen. And with the moving tool, I can now move other dust particles around. So let's do that. I'm applying the mask again. And with the gradient tool, I begin removing everything that's not necessary. Reduce some glare in places so that it doesn't attract too much attention. Here I take a brush and go over the lantern, cleaning it up from unnecessary specks. Now I go to the layer where I only have the color curve. Here I edit colors. I want to remove the color from these highlights because on this side we have a blue backlight. So here the highlights will be more blue. That's why I'm removing the orange. Look, the mask I have is black on this side. I can do the same thing over here. I get up on the mask, and I want to have blue highlights on this side. Next, we merge these layers. Select all the layers with textures. Right-click with my mouse, and choose Merge Layers option. Once again, the blending mode is set to screen. I go in with Filter, Blur Gallery, and select Field Blur. I want to blur my dust particles over here because they are near the candle. Our lantern and candle are out of focus, so the specks coming from them cannot be in focus. Let's set the blur function to 10 or so. Maybe a little bigger, 13. But over here, the blur should be smaller, 6%. Gradually sharper as we near the face. Look at this. These dust particles are blurry, and they get more apparent closer to the face. Also, they can't be distinguished from natural dust particles because they are, in fact, real. It is the end of our lesson, and in the next lesson, we will learn how to create color highlights from the light sources we have in our picture.